Well, News Corporation and its chairman could also be facing trouble on the other side of the Atlantic. The Democratic Senator Jay Rockefeller has called for an investigation into News Corp and warned of severe consequences if allegations that the phones of September 11 victims were hacked are found to be true. And a group of US institutional investors has launched a lawsuit against the company, accusing the directors of failing to investigate the hacking claims and of blatant nepotism. From Washington, Craig McMurtry reports.
It's the question many analysts are asking. Will the fallout from the phone hacking scandal reach News Corporation in New York? Despite a $5 billion stock buyback scheme, its shares and board are under pressure. And as if Rupert Murdoch didn't have enough to worry about, a group of US institutional investors has filed a lawsuit. They claim that the UK phone hacking revelations show a culture run amok within News Corp. Lawyers for the group are also alleging that Rupert Murdoch treated the company like a family candy jar.
And the board's failure to look into it was a sign that they were not independent of Murdoch. They were not willing to investigate loyalists of Murdoch, like the people who ran the tabloids.
Lawyers acting for the Amalgamated Bank of New York and 2 union pension funds say they're seeking hundreds of millions of dollars in damages. In their complaint, they allege the News Corporation board, quote, provides no effective review or oversight. They accuse board members of failing to investigate the phone hacking allegations, claiming it is inconceivable that Murdoch and his fellow board members would not have been aware of the illicit news-gathering practices. The lawsuit, which is an amended version of one first lodged in March, also claims that Rupert Murdoch habitually uses News Corp to enrich himself and his family members at the company's and its public shareholders' expense. It accuses the News Corp chairman of blatant nepotism, saying he paid too much for daughter Elizabeth Murdoch's Shine television group because he wanted her on his board.
There's a series, many years of transactions that served Murdoch's purposes and didn't provide full value to shareholders.
There was no comment from News Corporation, but some industry analysts believe the lawsuit looks like a stretch. But they also warned that others could follow. US ethics campaigner Melanie Sloan.
I think given all of the circumstances now, everything about Rupert Murdoch's media empire is up for discussion, and all of it should be investigated.
There's speculation that US regulators could get involved. The Washington DC-based Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics group is calling for Congress to hold its own hearings.
One British tabloid yesterday published the allegation that a New York City police officer was offered money by News of the World to retrieve phone records of victims of the 9/11 attacks here in America. Should it prove out that there were attempts to hack into the phone records of Americans, I think that will be a great cause for concern here, and I think you will see Congress get involved.
And analysts warn that the US Justice Department could also decide to have a closer look at allegations that News Corp employees offered bribes to officials and police. The department isn't commenting. Craig McMurtry, Lateline.